there's a rumor going around that they've actually deleted the video. I don't know if that's true or not. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can get our frame rates to settle down here. Since I hooked my controller up, it's acting a little goofy. 11 golden keys now, huh? Alright. Huh. Well, I can fix this. We'll just shut this down quick. And I guess we'll reboot it back up unless it wants to start working now on its own here. Let's see what we got. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Seems like it's fixing itself. Like I said, I personally found their state of play very lackluster. I'm sure for other people, it's what they wanted. For us, it was definitely a no-go. You know, for people who still haven't done it yet, the Bethesda launcher is giving away. Hello, Thane. Bethesda launcher is still giving away a free copy of Morrowind right now. If you go over to our Facebook or jump into our Discord, you'll get the code for that. If you don't have the game downloaded yet, I recommend you do. It's an absolutely great game. I know my Steam version had some crashing issues. I haven't had any yet with my Bethesda launcher version, so maybe the issue is just the other one is a less optimized version, if you will.
Check back later to see.
I only have 2 guns? Oh, that's right, because I got the mission one. So that's good. Anthem had an update. Personally, I really didn't notice too much. I know some of the options they said they had added, I actually did not find in their menus, just because I did want to putz around with them a little bit. You're supposed to be able to shut off like the ambient effects such as rain and stuff like that, sort of control the time of day. I didn't see any sliders or anything for that. I did like the FOV sliders though. I think the new FOV sliders for that are fantastic. That I think was an important move. So it seems like over time they're going to continually update their oh, this smells so good. They're going to update their optimization. I kind of feel like it should have been ready out of the gate. Clearly it wasn't. It's just sort of a whatever, I guess. We're going to shut this down and relaunch it, because it seems since I tried to plug my controller back in, it's not wanting to do what it's supposed to do, which is, you know, run nice for us. So we're going to quickly shut it down, relaunch it here, see what happens. Last time it ran like a glove for us. Right now it's kind of running like a dud. So hopefully this will fix it for us. So yeah, again, a little let down by the Anthem updates. Added a little, not enough. The mission was still bugged. I just want the, what is it, the rescue and recruit or something like that to be fixed. It's still not. So I think at this point, Anthem for me is probably just going to be a hard pass at this point, like not even bother going back to it once they fix the stuff. I don't feel like as a customer I should have to be subjected to that initially out of the gate too. You expect more out of your games. I think as gamers now we're getting groomed to just accept the fact that, oh well, you know, it doesn't run right away, but that's okay, they will fix it. I remember when I was a kid, you'd buy a game And check this out. It worked. Now I know that's asking a lot. But to me, stuff like that is super unacceptable. You know, if you can't make your game run, why release it?
I vanish.
So I don't think I'm in the right skill tree. Why is my mission restricted? Oh, it's because I don't have the gun on. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, wait a minute, why ain't it working? Yeah, it'll work. Stupid Rex. Yes, stupid Rex. Thursday, Gearbox has their announcements coming out.
How hilarious.
As
You
long
just
as we
set off
are
my trap card.
alive
Your death
and or not busy, we will live stream that with them. We will have a co-stream, so we can kind of have it be a reaction video as well. It'll probably be 11 o'clock PDT, so 11 my time in California. You know, you'll have to look if you want to watch it through my channel. You'll have to figure out the time difference there. You know, there's a lot of rumors running around. What they're going to announce, what they're not going to announce. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. I know what I have my fingers crossed for. I'm pretty sure I know what they're going to announce. Where is that? Where's that? Oh, it's just one of these things. Black. Hey, you have like a 90% fire rate. Why don't you lighten them up? There you go. Well, like I said, you're gonna have to figure it out for wherever you are, if you want to watch it through our channel. Yeah, this thing. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna watch this for just a second. Damn. Try it again. It's a badass point to jump onto the happy pig sign. But I don't remember exactly how often that thing blows up, if you will. Uh-oh, it's probably gonna hurt us. Oh, it doesn't? Oh, yeah. But I'm assuming for the Gearbox, they're going to announce... Damn it, whatever. I'm expecting to see Borderlands Claptrap, or the Handsome Jack collection, coming to the Switch. And honestly, I think that would be a great move. You know, it's been so long since the last Borderlands. I think that now would be a good time to try to expand your market a little more. Clearly, you know, shoot for some new customers. And I feel like the Handsome Jack collection, you know, on the Switch can easily pump out 60 frames a second.
Looks like all the weapon manufacturers licensed E-Tech from Hyperion for their experimental guns.
Fear my
Guess
skills.
that explains how Hyperion got so rich off that iridium after the
Introduce a
vault
new
opened.
market too, especially because a lot of Nintendo owners are normally die-hard Nintendo fans. So being able to get a whole new market in terms of your clients, I think would be great. It would introduce a ton of new people to the franchise, which is good. Game, this thing should be lighting up like crazy. Alright, now then.
I can take it. Good.
We're running low on ammo, and I'm trying to just get this mission done. Also, I mean, we got a lot to do yet, but I would like to be able to get this one done right now, just because it's a pain in the ass. I'm assuming that they will actually announce the, and I've said this before a couple times on the channel, the Borderlands 1 remaster. Of course, what would that change? Honestly, not a lot. I feel like if you would have already gone through the game, I think the only things they could do to make it better would be auto lock into 60 frames. It currently only runs at 30 frames a second, which is quite blah. Even though, you know, right now we are currently playing in 30 frames, it's not the end of the world. But a nice smooth 60 frames would be gorgeous. Clearly, I expect to see the announcement for Borderlands 3 finally. And then the last one, and we're gonna ride on this one here. This is our kind of our long shot call. And that is that they're gonna have some DLC for Borderlands 2 coming out to keep us kind of held over or hold over till 3 drops. That's gonna bridge what's going on from 2 to 3. Again, that's kind of like my long shot call. I'm not necessarily sure that one will actually happen, but I feel like oh no, don't kill me. Okay. But I feel like there's you can crit with your weapon? Huh. Never do that. And sadly, because we're bad today, we had to watch it. Damn. There we go. We had to watch a couple videos today on how to actually play. See, I think,
back to me whenever you're done out there.
And see, I've had so talking in the Discord, it seems like some people share the same idea of that's the long shot. Some people also think the Borderlands 2 DLC is a long shot. I think right now though, with Borderlands 3 coming out, with the potential announcement, you know, nothing's guaranteed, with them announcing Borderlands for the Switch, I think right now would be a great time to sort of reboot, not really reboot the franchise, but re-get excitement for it. And if you're gonna do a couple of them, oh, I can't believe I missed my shot. You might as well do them all. It can't be that hard to really go back in there and sort of rework the coding at this point. There were some updates that happened on the Steam versions of these games, and on those updates, it changed nothing in the game, but people data mounted it, and they found some weird stuff in the coding now. So it does lead a lot of people to believe that there is something in the way of a remaster coming, or the potential added scene or act from Borderlands 1 that they cut. Because the rumor running around is that they got scrunched for time, and they ended up cutting out one whole act from the game that actually had story.
My skills are sharp.
These grenades are still bananas. Oh man. Oh. So I think that all of that is very possible. You know, I'm sure they have stuff that they've worked on that they didn't integrate into the game yet. It could just be me hoping, but I think a reworked one, especially with the DLC, adding in more fast travel locations, maybe different skins. I do only say maybe on that. I think that 1 has the most room to kind of be monkeyed with right now. Wow, we have like ammo for nothing. Ain't nothing. Let's blow our badass points here. Recharge rate. Melee damage. I guess the only one we haven't touched yet is gun damage. Gun accuracy. Reduced recoil. Melee damage. Go with the reload speed here. We're pretty much just trying to hit shield stuff and melee damage. I'm not going to say that remastering 1 wouldn't sell. Again, after all the time gone by, I feel like now is a good time to really regain interest in the franchise, and I do think that touching 1 could be a good thing. Yeah, it doesn't quite have the flavor that 2 does. I said that on my last stream too, where even playing this just a little bit, this game has a lot more life and personality. It is still a great game though. A lot of people started with Borderlands 2, which is actually why I posted the comment or the question, what was your first Borderlands game, down below in the title, because I've heard a lot of people say they started with 2, they didn't even play 1. So I feel that, you know, a reboot for 1 right now could be huge. Now would be the time to gain interest in it, especially with it not being quite as pretty. You know, if they went in there and touched a couple things up, I think they'd have a winner on their hands. Uh-oh. And of course there's nobody here for me to kill. That's fine. And it's not like a remaster would have to be 60 bucks. I mean, you value it at 20 bucks. A couple of works, not a whole lot of work needed to be done to it. It's fine. I think the DLC for 2 would be a great idea right now as well, especially if there is some unsung stories. You know, I don't know how much I believe that rumor, but it does seem to hold some truth to it. It seems like a lot of people really believe that there is an act that was cut, or there was an act that was cut, and they do still have it. They just haven't put it out there yet. And the good thing with the Borderlands franchises too is that you can technically play any game. I mean, yes, there is story in all of them, but you don't need to know the other stories to play them, which is great too. I mean, you can start at the pre-sequel, you can just play 2, you could just play 1, and still enjoy your experience without having to have knowledge. You know, and if they could add a little more story to 1 too, sort of appease all the people who were hurt by the lack of story in 1, you know, I think that'd be a cool thing. And it's kind of already been confirmed that they've remade 1, just because they already have an ESRB rating for it. So it sounds like it's already technically done, just because it does already have the rating.
I bet you my remaining kidney, that pump right there, still got a working capacitor. Just flip open the vault case and grab that sucker duck.
And then for the people who didn't see in the Discord, I did share a picture this morning.
Son, looks like
Twitch is allowing me to actually have Borderlands 3 as my game for the category. So I feel like that's pretty much... This grenade's gotta be hot. Yeah, that was a good idea to use those grenades, saying those things are bananas.
Well, sure looks like the capacitor I was looking for.
Whoever said they were bad, not gonna say you were wrong.
The moment you pick something up, you know I can see you in the bathroom.
But they've been pretty good for us.
I'm in like a spying on you in the bathroom out of friendship thing. Well, either let's plug that pucker in.
And I also think that they're going to release a tabletop Borderlands game of bunkers and badasses. Just because one of the cards they showed on their official Twitter was a card. There was multiple cards in a box. The box looked about the size of a tabletop game. You know, could it be a D&D adventure or something? Absolutely. Or some form of D&D game. I think it could. But I do think that that would be a very good idea. Because people are still very rabid about the Borderlands franchise. It wouldn't be a TCG. I think it's just going to be a board game. Maybe along the lines. Now, I would hope for something like a deck building game because I love deck building games. That's the most card related you can get. But I don't think it would be like that. But I just the way the card that was showed, the box it was in, one of the cards underneath looked different. I really think that there's probably going to be an announcement of Borderlands board game or something of that nature. You know, and the good thing is too, with something like Borderlands,
you need to repair that steam pump. Just plug in banana boats in, and the bounty board will be as juiced up as an Olympic athlete whose parents have unrealistically high expectations of him.
is that even after all these years, you know, the faithful are still waiting. Like, how many games could sit for years dormant? Kind of go out on a dud, because pre-sequel sold less than number 1 did. And still have people care about it. that's insane. Like, they know what they have on their hands. Hopefully they've been hard at work on 3. You know, I hope this isn't some troll thing where they're just like, yeah, we're gonna put the Handsome Jack collection on the Switch,
man. Just turn it on and watch the sparks fly.
and that's it. Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta. Yay! It spit out 2 whole rocks. Aye.
Ah, woo! That bounty board ought to be powered up now. To switch her on. Hey, you.
That's right. There's the weird timed missions in this.
Bloodshot's just crippled my last courier, Dino. I'll pay you if you mail these packages out quick enough.
But I'm really.
When you're ready to deliver them, kid.
I gotta buy some ammo. I am really hoping though that the DLC for more Borderlands 2 DLC is coming. Oh, that would be hot. A little hold on till we get our game out. I would love that. I also think too something else they're going to announce is that Borderlands 2 VR is, I think it's already on Steam, but I think they're going to make an announcement for it. You know, I don't know how many people like want it, but from the sounds of it, it sounded like the VR on the PS4 sold pretty well. I've seen some gameplay of it too. It looks okay. Come on. Where is it? Well, if this run ain't already over, I don't know what is.
And never again. Up into where?
Come on. There we go.
God damn it! I had it all set up! Bullshit!
Or maybe if they had like maybe one more character that they revealed too as DLC or something, I think would be pretty hot. Like one last something. Yeah, this is so failed already. We're gonna have to restart this one if I've ever seen that. Because I think that mailbox is up top or something stupid, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. Oh, maybe we'll get it done. I didn't realize it rejuvenated some time when you jam that mail in that box, though. Ah.
That's what I wanted to see. Unfortunately, you're fired, because Dino's recovered enough to get back on his route. I haven't recovered. You just duct taped my legs to these pogo sticks. Fit as a fiddle, he is. Anyway, kid, your severance is in the mail.
Excellent. Well, clearly, there's some loot boxes here we gotta touch. And I was watching some how to play Zero guides, just because we were playing so bad last time. Like, I'm really not cut out to play Zero. But it's okay. I think I can adapt here. His ult is very important. My usage of it was way wrong. Way wrong. I guess for personal news, I will be going to Disneyland tomorrow. I guess that's cool. Gonna go meet some family from out of state. They brought their kids along. They're like, we should do a Disneyland, and I'm like, sure. Sadly, I don't think I fit on any of the rides, so I won't be doing much. But that is okay, I guess. And for anyone who has Twitter, if you're watching and you haven't already liked us over on the Twitter page, please go follow us. We got some more follows today. We're going to try to be a little more active on there. Twitter's is sort of the area where you make your hot takes and all that good stuff. And I got a lot of hot takes, so I think that Twitter and I will pair nicely very soon here. Just got to get my proper usage of hashtags down. We're still sort of old, but you can teach an old dog new tricks for sure. Oh, this dude's gonna get wrecked.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
I do like the fact that Zero only talks in haikus. I find that very interesting. I don't really know his lore, but I'm assuming there's a reason for it. I was getting shot from somewhere. Whatever. So we have been kind of kicking the idea around too that once the new Borderlands game comes out, because I know 3's coming. Like it just has to. Maybe not today. You know, maybe not this year. But it's coming. We might go 4 days a week Borderlands, just to try to get through it. Because if we are only doing 2 days a week, it'll take us, you know, 2 months to beat a new game. Or maybe cut down our regularly scheduled stuff, like, you know, cut down Magic to an hour and a half, 2 hours a day. And then do like 2 hours of Borderlands after or something so we can actually get through it. Because I feel like the 12 weeks it took us, now I can say I did miss a couple streams due to either illness or just the entire
world revealed. Weakness is now known to me.
That
Time to go to work.
Oh yeah. That kind of sucked that it took so long. It's not like the game isn't big. I mean, it did take us. I think we clocked out at 34 hours at the end, so you know. Game's got a lot of content. That'd be fine. Like, I would still go hard in the ham on it. I'm just trying to think, you know, I guess, how hard do I want to go on it? I still think, from the rumors I've heard, they said the games, or the people are speculating, the game is only about 80% complete. So I feel like at 80% complete, I don't think it matters what we take here because we know we're never going to switch nades. By them sort of, or the pundits predicting, I think if it's going to be out by the end of this year, we're talking probably like November at the earliest. I don't think it would come out any earlier than that. Wow. Really, the burn chance is only 6%? That thing sucks. You know, though if they did do that, like, I wouldn't be opposed to that. But I do think that... Ooh, badass rank. We're actually going to take the health here. Let's go turn this one in first. Like I said, I think November at the earliest. Especially after some of the newer games coming out and how bad they've dropped. I would happily wait, you know, till next year to make sure the game's actually got all the kinks worked out. Instead of just dropping a dud. Though dropping a dud would be funny. You know, or, okay, so other bold predictions, it's actually, they're just going to announce Borderlands Mobile. I'm going to go out on a limb and actually say it is a joke. It's just going to be a troll thing. Just kind of take a stab at other companies, because Gearbox normally is a little more outspoken. They're not necessarily the suit tie business plan sort of people. But I'm gonna say, like, first part of 2020 is when it'll be out. I don't think it'll be out in 2019 quite yet. Not to say the game isn't ready, but I think that get the polish out, let it really show, let it shine. I'm hoping to have a new computer by then, so we can have that bitch playing in 1080 and look super sexy. If we're still rolling on the laptop, it's not going to be the end of the world. I won't die. I do have a feeling though that being the generation gap or so now, because I think it's been a while since the last one came out, it's going to require a lot more harumph than Borderlands 2 does, and the pre-sequel did. So we're going to be trying to work harder.
Oh, right. I was supposed to be studying the effects of these E-Tech guns on bandits.
That's actually a pretty
now,
strong
it looks
gun.
like, looks like if you shoot them a lot, they die. Oh, did I mention I don't have a medical license?
Let's just make, you know, hopefully our BL3 streams just stunning. I guess we'll leave the sniper on. I just love sniper guns. That's, for me, there's... you know, again, but we don't know how much graphically updated it is, so we don't really know, but I am going to assume that, I mean, I would just have to assume that they've clearly, okay, I don't think I got any new helmet. God, that mask is just so bad. Oh my, he's got some ugly helmets. Like, they all kind of suck. I do like that one, though. Sure. Actually, wait. There's got to be a better head for that. That's not that good. Any word on the new Xbox yet? Whatever. Let's go platypus head. I don't think they've come out and said anything outside of there is sort of like a confirmed, the ones without the disc trays on them. But Xbox and Sony have been very tight-lipped on their new consoles. And I think I'm okay with that. You know, I think... Ooh, that gun looks sick! This is probably going to be the first generation of new consoles that come out that we don't really dive into, just because we do have the PC now. PC mustard rice. I think that... yeah, I'm assuming he was talking about the new generation. Quick comment on the slim disc trayless Xbox. If that thing has anything less than 2 terabytes of memory, that thing is automatically a fail in my eyes. Oh, that's right. This gun sucks cheeks because it claps them. It like sticks to them and then ignites. This gun is disgusting. Ew. We're gonna use it though.
Stealth.
Ew. That's a little disappointing. I mean, I understand the whole point of the discless tray one was to cut costs and kind of cut the corners, but a gigabyte, yeah, okay, a terabyte is just not big enough. It doesn't support like anything unless you're playing a whole bunch of old school games, and even then, you know, some of them older games are pretty good sized.
Gotta get somewhere in a hurry?
I do.
Catch a ride?
I am really interested to see, though, how strong the next generation of consoles actually does end up, because as we know, the Xbox One and the PS4 have continually been behind on what current computer technology is. They always normally are, but having some of the new games come out being locked at 30 frames a second instead of 60 is kind of sad. You know, that's, like, I'm not gonna say that's not excusable, but clearly that sucks.
I enjoyed that.
And something interesting about Zero's melee and his skills in that is that, unlike guns, they are more tied to your level. So even if you have weak guns, your melee can carry you through this. We just have to get better at not sucking. Now that is asking a lot from us, but uh-oh. Get out of here, people! You smell. Them nades are bananas. This will probably be the first console generation that I skip. I really don't see the point to get a console at this anymore. And something else kind of spoiled. Spoiled by 2 is the amount of customizable options on PC. You know, as you say, you know, PC Master Race doesn't exist, but once you kind of upgrade to it, it's very hard to willingly go back to it. I mean, I keep looking at my consoles and it's just like, you know, yeah, why? Clearly there is exclusives. You know, and exclusives, that's, you know, that is a thing.
Disappear.
But I don't really know what for exclusives. Oh man, I would really be playing. So to me, it does feel like consoles are just sort of like a thing of the past now. The fact that you have to pay for online too, like, that really sucks, you know. PC, outside of something like a World of Warcraft subscription, I guess that would apply to me. You know, getting charged for something that's free on PC, it feels bad. You know, you're just throwing away money. And since you don't need a live account to use stuff like Hulu and YouTube, my usage of consoles is definitely going to go down. I mean, I know I wanted to maybe stream some stuff from the PlayStation, but like, I just don't see the point.
The Firehawk should be around here somewhere. Stay alert. That's weird. The Bloodshot Bandit clan seems to be attacking the Firehawk's lair. They've probably left landmarks for their reinforcements. Those should lead you to the Firehawk. That or just...
Do I have a different SMG? Because that one's just kind of poop. No?
Follow the screaming.
If you got the money, I'll save your gall darn life.
Well, we know that's crap. And that's poop.
See you real soon, I'm sure.
Step off, Vault Hunter. This is between the Bloodshots and the Firehawk. Once my boys bring his ass back to me, he's gonna pay for every Bloodshot he killed. We're gonna string him up from his own freaking intestines.
Well, that was needlessly graphic.
Come on. Fine, don't open them. I don't want to open them anyway.
I got no time for this!
My armor. The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
That's hot.
Get ready for her!
Oh my God!
But I kind of feel like right now as a gamer, it sucks just because we're getting groomed to not have games be complete out of the box, to have day one updates, to kind of, well, you know, games are going to have glitches,
You can't kill me!
and like the more I think about it, the more I think, whoa, that's a new dude.
No, more divers!
Oh, it's tighter on you. Ah, get out of there. That's gonna do some good damage, right? Please say yeah. Okay, well 500 ain't too bad. And that's how many shots from our guns? That's actually really good
My
damage.
garden! My gestation!
Oh, and a Goliath. Damn. Now, if I remember right, you can ping their heads off,
Nighttime!
and then they become monster-sized me captains.
I can take it!
Yeah. I want to put a shotty on here. Get rid of that SMG. That thing sucks. But I don't know. I just, like I said, for me, I think some of the other problems is now that games have shareholders and everything, and people only care about the bottom line and stuff like that.
Grenade.
I think that's something else too. That's those nades though. It's really bad for the gaming community, is because you know you have pressure that, well, we have to get this game out. You know, our shareholders demand it. Like, I wish that wasn't a thing, because that's only going to make things worse as time goes on. And I guess for people who didn't know, you know, they might be announcing a little sidetrack here. Potential new models of the Switch to be released very soon here. Well, the first time I threw them, I'm like, those things suck, but once you get accustomed to them, those things are redonkulous. Like, that damage is insane. The fact that it clears out a whole room too is like, you can't, it's hard to say that sucks. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. And the fact that they keep leveling with you too, I think is really nice as well. Kind of having like nades through the whole game right out of the box. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And for the new Switches that are coming out, while they haven't really said too much yet, I do think that they're going to make one smaller model. I guess like an official portable model, if you will, because some people do think that the Switch's portability isn't really there because the size. Personally, I don't think the size is an issue. I do know there are people who do though.
You just set off my trap card. Your death
Damn it.
approaches.
There we go.
Before you bury me with my stuff!
And then a strictly home console model that doesn't actually have a screen. And I know some people are like, well, why would they do that? Well, you figure you cut the screen off, you can cut 50 bucks, 70 bucks, maybe even more off, so you can have a legit, quote-unquote, affordable Switch, though I don't ever feel like the Switch was inaccessible, just because it has been a very cheap console now for its life cycle. Wait, what was that machine gun? That AR? we were gonna put that on. We gotta get rid of that fire gun. That thing is crap. Where's our new? Oh, it's one of those too. Oh yeah. You know, with Pokemon and that coming out too soon, I think that now would be a smart time for them to potentially release new models if they're going to, just because, hey, you just bought your new Pokemon game.
This is unusual.
Here's your plethora of
The Firehawk
options.
has harassed the Bloodshots for some time, but they have never mounted such a large-scale assault on the Firehawk before. I wonder what's given them such confidence.
Keep going, Bloodshots! That demonic thing will rue the goddamn day it messed with us! We're gonna make the Firehawk choke to death on his own
Another
feces.
win?
Dude. Ew.
I love how dumb those guys are. Oh, it's a loot goon.
Gotta kill! Gotta kill!
I don't remember if you can go more than once with them after knocking their helmet off, though.
I'm gonna gouge your eyes out! A decoy! That won't stop!
I'm actually shocked they know what the word decoy even is. Oh, come on. Open peas. We'll just take the highest expensive stuff. Just because.
Badass approaching.
You ain't getting out of this.
Oh,
Now you're gonna get it.
my skills are sharp.
Oh, hell yeah. We'll probably do Division 2 for a little while afterwards. I know I don't necessarily have an early morning tomorrow, I just have to be awake. Just to get my ass ready for Disneyland. Disneyland is ice. This gun, it does actually feel quite bad. The only thing it has going for it is it is a Jacobs. So it does have a lot of raw damage to it. The 3 damage shot isn't very good. 3 bullets. But yes, I will be going to Disneyland tomorrow. Not necessarily like because I want to, but I have some family coming from out of town. They have some little kids. They are currently in Anaheim, and we were just like, well, instead of making you guys come down because you're on vacation, we'll come up to see you. And they're like, well, we're gonna be at Disneyland, and we're just like, sure, we can totes meet you at Disneyland. So my dad and I are gonna be going to Disneyland tomorrow. You know, it would probably be a lot cuter if I was not 32. Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't have anyone say anything last time, so we can fix that. Sure. That should be gooch. We'll try that. You know, but having a 65-year-old man and his 31-year-old son, it's gonna look a little weird, but it's all in good fun, you know. I haven't seen this family in, I don't know, like 30 years or something now. That's okay. I have no problem throwing it down. Doesn't bother me any. So this thing sucks compared to all my other guns. Well, let's switch it with this. How much was this worth? Yeah, we'll drop something else. Drop that. I guess if it's not $100, we can tank it. That opens up for more expensive loot, so we can try to get that fat stacks of money right now. text on it does. But it's got a pretty spicy fire rate, which is relevant. What are you doing, Mocha? I see you outside. You doo-doo head. You're so cute. Oh, I think the gun or the bullets bounce. Nope.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work. I win. Ouch.
This dude is like super weeaboo. Oh my. I am also hoping too, at the Gearbox thing, that when they make their announcements, they have a little bit of information released on the new characters. You know, clearly we're gonna get a commando because I think that just has to be like the default class. I feel like there has to be another siren because every game has a siren. I like the idea of the melee classes. Like I loved Brick in #1. I haven't really fell in love with Zero yet, but it seems like Zero does have some good raw damage because of his melee output. I think he's probably more gear dependent, and I know Brick took a while to get going. Like once you hit level 20 something and you had most of your skills going, then he turned okay. But it did take a while to get there. But it just seems like there's so much, you know, new stuff going on. And then for people who didn't know, for other gaming stuff, EA let go. I forgot exactly how they worded it in their email, but it sounded like they said like we're relinquishing 350 roles instead of just saying like, you know, we've released employees. Get him. That was bad. That was a bad grenade. Oh. Okay, so it's when you're aimed down sights, it auto fires 9. Okay. Uh-oh. God, that sucks that you can get hit while you're invisible.
Easy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. You know, that's clearly that's a bad thing. You know, you never want to see people lose their jobs. It does sound like Anthem actually sold pretty well. It's not that they're getting rid of Battlefront. EA lost the license from Disney. Disney's like, yeah, we're just not going to deal with this headache, which is probably why a lot of those jobs actually went away. Okay, so the spread on this thing is crap, but whatever.
I got no time for this.
This thing is insane. And like I said, I'm pretty sure. Well, right now that's just sort of a rumor. You know, not to say that division can't come back, but I do think after all the backlash that EA's Battlefront had, and all the issues with 2, and how horribly handled they were, I do think that's probably a good move on Disney's part to go, nah, we can find somebody else. Because, like Star Wars or not, you gotta respect the franchise. It's been around for how long now? The money it's made, all the movies, all the action figures, and everything else. You don't have to love it, but you gotta respect the franchise. And I feel like EA was just trying to monetize it as much as possible. And while, you know, monetization makes them money, it also makes the game look bad. I mean, the loot box system was terrible. The leveling up on that game was just ridiculous. Now I will say the old ones were great, but I also look at gaming. Oh, hello guys. Gaming the way it is now, and I don't know if we'll ever have those style of Star Wars games. Oh, boxes. So actually we ended up looping around and we missed our point.
Welcome to
But we can sell off our
Sam's
poop quick,
Portable
which is
Clinic.
good.
What can I get for you? Stay alive out there.
Wow, that's a funky looking machine gun. Whatever. So, you know, I do think that them taking Star Wars out of their hands, probably a good move. You know, it's been a quick minute since we've had a legit good Star Wars game that wasn't part of the Lego franchise. The Lego ones were pretty adorable, can't lie. But there's so much rich history that you get to involve yourself with by dealing with that franchise. I do agree with the new loot.
It's inside me!
I will say that my game, personally today, felt like it wasn't running exactly up to snuff. You know, don't get me wrong. I wanted that game to be something, but I think that right now, the gaming world needs their Fallout 76. And right now, that is Anthem. The game that you can just continually beat up. It can do no right. You know, is that fully true? No. And I'm sure there's tons of people out there who have actually enjoyed... Oh, I got scared. I thought that was a dude. You know, that have enjoyed their time with Anthem. But for me, until they can fix the problems, and I mean, I'm not expecting no bugs. I'm not gonna be that unrealistic. But get that mission unbugged. Tune the loot better. Stop with the useless randomization drops. The rolls you get on some of them guns suck so hard. Like I have one legendary I picked up, or masterwork, and its ability is when it runs out of ammo, all of your other guns reload faster. How does that even help me? Like, what does that do for me? And normally with Kotaku's articles, I'm not going to say I don't trust them, but I always kind of take them with a grain of salt. Not that Kotaku necessarily makes bad articles, but some of their views and ideologies are just, I guess, not really for me. They're sort of like giant shills. And don't get me wrong, I mean, you do have to sell it to make that money, but Kotaku does it quite a bit.
You smell like my little girl.
I'm not a political person. Kotaku does try to make a lot of things politically infused.
Wrong
Damn it.
move.
Okay.
Ha! Fool.
Son of a bitch!
And Euthane 100, I do agree that the first Battlefront game was good up until they sort of started to tweak it. But even that game had problems. I mean, it really didn't release with a lot of stuff. There wasn't a ton of guns. They didn't really add a lot to that game. It was a pretty bare bones game. And it just sort of stayed that way through its whole life. Any word on Ratchet & Clank game? Not that I've heard. I heard a while ago through the grapevine that there was maybe one in the works, but like, I haven't really heard anything.
No one has seen the Firehawk, but we feel its presence everywhere. The Bloodshots, those disgusting marauders who operate out of the Old Doll Dam, mounted raids on the gates of Sanctuary for weeks, until suddenly they stopped.
Wait,
I
had to go that way, being dumb.
marks all around the Bloodshot camps. No human could stop the Bloodshot so completely, so violently, so beautifully. No one but a god could accomplish such a feat.
there we go. What I'm hoping for now is some more Pokemon news starts to bleed out. Even though I know I said I wasn't going to get the game, I guess I'm wrong. I am getting that game. So I'm kind of curious to know more about it. I'm not too worried about the game being bad though. Nintendo normally does pretty good on their staple games. So things like Pokemon, Mario, Zelda, all that stuff. I almost feel like they can do no wrong there. Like they really haven't released any main title games that were bad. You know, I don't think much of the Mario Party games. Mario Kart is pretty good, but oh, well. I also heard that it looks like Shazam the movie was getting some really good reviews right now. It doesn't seem like there's any controversy, quote unquote controversy, surrounding this one compared to the Captain Marvel movie where it immediately came out and kind of split everybody down the middle. For whatever reason. Get dunked on, my duder.
The sky lit up with fire and blood and bullets and screaming. One of our scouts came back from his morning patrol exactly as she usually did, except this time he was on fire. His skin was black and crisp, his vocal cords cooked. As we circled around his smoking form, ready to divvy up his loot, he shrieked one word with his last ounce of breath. Firehawk!
Ah. Okay. It's been a while since I really got into any of the superhero movies. So I haven't really been following them at all. But I did hear all the complaining and the griping about whatever, and I was just like, okay, you know, if people can't just enjoy a movie to be entertained and they have to inject their 2 cents into it, you know, I guess, whatever. I guess you do you. Because everybody has to have an agenda. Everybody has to have their 2 cents injected into it. You know, no one can just do stuff anymore. It has to have rhyme or reason. It's got to have purpose. It's got to have conviction and all this other shit behind it. And
If
to
you
a
got the money,
point,
I'll save your goddamn life.
I do blame a lot of that on things like social media, where just because you feel like you can voice your opinion, you should voice your opinion.
Try not
And
to die.
I'm not gonna say you're not entitled to an opinion, because that's clearly not correct. But I do feel like in certain things, you know, no opinion is required. Just let it be what it is. Do I have a fire weapon? I do still? Okay. But again, you know, that's just my take on it. I know other people will probably tell you otherwise. Certain things don't need an opinion. Certain things don't need political views. You know, we can't just let things be things. That's whatever. It's not for me, but my opinion is probably irrelevant, so I guess there's that. Well, at least now we're finally back on track.
As I see the aftermath of the Firehawk's war on the Bloodshots, I finally understand. The Firehawk is everywhere. The Firehawk is a god of justice, a god of vengeance, and rage, and hate, and death, and beauty. It watches us from on high, and it punishes the wicked. We must pay homage. We must pay homage. We must fear the Firehawk. Respect the Firehawk. Worship the Firehawk.
I don't know.
Man, this shotgun is so spicy. And see, I mean, like, there really is no need for
You
that.
think the Firehawks got rolling, huh? You know, I heard the Firehawk liquefies bandits and drinks them like fudge slims. But nah, I'm sure your bandit pal Roland's just fine. Of course, if Roland hadn't been such a dumbass in the first place, he would... Whoops. Almost spilled the secret.
I wanna play! Just play with me! Ow! Just...
It's just like the problem right now with games coming out on the Epic launcher as an Epic exclusive, where people are intentionally review bombing games and giving them bad ratings because they're pissed off that, well, they're an Epic only thing. You know, that's not the way to go about it. You know, that's not the way to express how upset you are. Stuff like that drives me nuts, because there's people out there who are going to take into account other people's reviews and opinions on a game just because it went to the Epic launcher, and now you're going to spit false stuff about it because you're upset at a business decision. You know, that's not a good thing to do. You know, and I think that you know, I guess people are more than welcome to, but
even if you do rescue Roland from this Firehawk guy, the Crimson Raiders ain't exactly along for this world. You know what? I think you deserve a little hint. My secret involves your pathetic resistance dying, and me laughing.
damn it.
A lot.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Good.
There we go. Zero has like no survivability. I was looking through some of his skill trees, and it's just like, where's your increased health? You know, he feels so vulnerable compared to the other characters. I do like him so far, but like he feels squishy. Oops. That is not what I wanted to do. But that's okay, I guess. We got to reposition ourselves. Oh. And Ace Awesome, this little part goes to you here. I don't feel like Iridium's been that rare so far. You thought it was a little hard to acquire here. No, I can honestly say I did not hear anything about Apple's announcement, so what's going on there? I'm assuming it's either, what, like a new phone or a new tablet or something? Probably. Apple Arcade. So are they trying to come out with like, damn it, their own like gaming line? Or like their own streaming for games, I'm assuming, or what? The Apple TV Plus, I know that's absolutely not going to apply to me pretty much at all. Just because I don't really watch TV. I know I did watch 2 movies the other day, and that's the first time I've really watched anything. Okay, well, with that, I do think because they are such a big presence in the world of cell phones, I do think things like mobile games for them is probably a good move. You know, how well they're constructed, on the other hand, clearly that's to be seen. Apple TV is a version of Netflix. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's interesting, but do we really need another streaming service? I'm gonna say no, but I could be wrong. Damn, one more second, I probably would have killed him. Oh yeah, we knocked his head off. Come at me, bro.
Lucky bastard!
I didn't realize they changed color. Can you see his butt crack? Oh, look at that crackitude. An Apple credit card to me does seem a little off. But, I mean, it is just another market for them to make money. So, with a company like that, you know, as many avenues as you can open up to make money, I don't see a point not to.
What you here?
Ooh.
Stealth.
Where's you? Move so fast! Time for
I'm just gonna kill him before he can become a super mega, because I feel like that dude would kick my butt.
run!
But that one will let Digivolve because he's tiny. No! Yeah, doo-doo head, why did you kill it? That's all I know.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
Oh wow, I bricked all my shots there. Shit.
Oh, I'm so sick. Oh.
Got him. You know, with the announcement things, like I'm still sort of hung up a little bit on the Stadia, just because I don't feel like people are fully ready to embrace something like that just yet, with the whole streaming all the things all the time. And I think the problem I really have with it is that because it's along the lines of a streaming thing, I don't think you'll actually own your games, which to me is quite scary, because then if the system goes away or the service fails, you're just kind of SOL, which is clearly bad touch. At least for me, that would be a bad touch. Now, maybe for other people it's whatever, but you know, that's something that kind of worries me a smidgen. God, we just cannot rip like... I'm still waiting for these fabled good SMGs. I'm sure we might find one at some point, but I just don't feel like we are. See, I thought this game had bad assault rifles, but good SMGs, but I feel like the SMGs haven't been that great. The assault rifles have just kind of been okay so far. I don't think I found one that I was like, oh. Okay, I didn't do anything, but that's fine. Man, I haven't had a Captain and Coke in forever.
This is it. The
They're pretty
Firehawk's
sweet.
hideout. Be careful, friend.
Almost too sweet.
There are bound to be traps everywhere.
There's got to be a secret down here. Yeah, boy. There we go. Didn't really do anything though. You know, and then I have a lot of the things like Magic and Hearthstone. There's tons of stuff to look forward to there. So far, the Hearthstone spoilers, they've been okay. I haven't seen too many things that are just awful. You know, clearly Magic will have the announcement of their sets coming out soon. I think really soon here. Okay. You know, I'm curious to see what Modern Horizons is going to bring to the
Don't let that
table.
happen to you.
Because I mean, clearly, in my mind, that's not that good though. Whatever. The opportunities that they could add and be healthy and modern are almost like endless. Oh, speaking of Magic and endless and really dumb quotes.
My armor.
Saffron Olive today released a tweet, and I have to get this off my shoulders because I thought it was just the most idiotic tweet I've ever heard. And by heard, I mean read.
Oh, you feel that? The sound of those
Okay.
earthquakes marks my drills getting closer and closer to the vault. That's
Like I said,
the
I
sound
think
of progress, baby.
For Apple, I think something like Apple Arcade is actually a very, very good idea. You know, for their market, I mean, I think it's just a good idea.
A fantastic day for capitalism.
So saying with the Saffron Olive tweet, he had tweeted out that if we're going to fix modern, we should look at banning all the free mana and 0 mana spells that are not Ornithopter. Now, someone commented, well, what about Pact and Negation? And he's like, well, that's technically not free because you're just kind of suspending the mana for it till later. Yeah, but you're paying no mana to cast it. So how can you not consider something like Pact of Negation a free spell? And I read that and I was just dumbfounded. I was like, really? Really? So the packs aren't free, but they're 0 mana.
So,
Because there's a lot of decks that do use Pact of Negation to just end the game.
how you doing? The bandits call me the Firehawk, but the name's Lilith. I'm with the Raiders, like you. I keep the bandits in line so Roland can focus on taking down Jack. Anyway, long story, lots of internal bleeding. Could you help me up?
I mean, I do see what he's trying to say, but Pact of Negation is one of those cards that is a win con for the decks that play it. There's a reason why they play them.
Get me some iridium, will ya? I should have some in one of my strong boxes.
So to kind of make the statement like Pact of Negation is okay, You know, but something like Memnite is not.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Give it here.
I think a Zero Mana 1/1 creature is a hell of a lot more nice than
Appreciate it.
a Pact of Negation win con. You know, I don't know, I was very taken back by that statement though. I was like, okay. That's a really awkward hot take there, buddy.
Thanks. Bet you're looking for Roland, huh? He's not here. The Bloodshots grabbed him. Made him cocky, too. They never came after me this hard.
They're in here! Get them!
Now the real fun begins. I'll see if I can't phase blast a few of them for you.
I wanna play! Just play with me!
I mean, I see his idea with the free spells and why they could be a problem though.
I'm going to count every minute
But I
get
think
with
that
Psychos, watch out!
it's not the free spells that make Modern bad.
Run!
Or that are really the problem.
Hell yeah!
But like I said, when I read that statement though, it's just like,
Heads up! Badass!
like really? That's...
No! Yes! Out!
I didn't feel like he worded that properly or was necessarily on the right process thought, if you will.
Get some ammo! This ain't over yet!
Yeah, but I has tons of ammo.
They found another way in!
I still think Modern just needs better answers,
Time to shine!
and I'm hoping and praying that Modern Horizons gives us those answers. And I do see some people who have made the argument that the see, I did think that was a very good advertisement right there, and I do think that they picked the correct person too. Most people just naturally know Reduke is a good guy, so I think using him was a great idea too. You know, I think the making it funny or funnier commercial was a good move on their part, because it kind of tones down the importance of it. And I know a lot of people go, that's bad, but a lot of people get pulled in more so by casual stuff than the hyper aggressive stuff.
Miss me?
So having something like that, I think, was a great idea. No.
Well, that was fun.
Oh no.
Feeling tapped out though. Could you give me
That was a
another
bad
hunk
time
of
to die.
iridium?
And the damn grenade. Ripskis. Well, loss of money for no reason, but that's okay.
Oh, hey, you're back.
High quality, low prices, and no questions asked.
But I did really enjoy the lighthearted commercial. I think that that's
I need your business.
a good save spot to kind of have them for the time being.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Give it here. Thanks.
Kind of feel bad for her. She has to eat the iridium, but whatever.
Yeah. Since the vault opened, my siren powers have been getting a little awesome. Thanks to this iridium stuff. No idea why. Now, let's talk about rescuing my boyfriend. Well, ex-boyfriend.
Wow, that starter class, stalker class kind of
Before
sucks
the
for
Bloodshots
us.
grabbed him, Roland was getting intel on the vault and what Jack plans to do with it. You have to find him. I gotta head back to Sanctuary, keep the city in one piece while Roland's away. But first, I'm gonna teleport you into the Bloodshot stronghold. That's where they're keeping Roland. You'll catch him by surprise and have a real advantage. It'll be great. Hold still. I just moved you like 10 feet, didn't I? Sorry. Still getting used to this. Reminds me though, Bloodshot Stronghold is full of real tough customers. You might want to train a bit before you take them on. You're doing good out there, by the way. Keep it up.
I am doing good, thank you. And I know I keep hearing my message notification from the Discord, so I wonder what they're talking about in there right now. The last couple of days, it's actually been getting used. The Discord's been getting used a lot to talk about video games and stuff like that. So I recommend, if you're not already in there, jump in there. And if you are in there, maybe try to keep your ear to the ground a little more and keep peeking in on what's going on, because there's been a lot of stuff to be talked about. And I think it's good that it's finally starting to get some more use. Hopefully we can maintain that. And also, if you like anime, there's people in there talking about anime. Not so much me, but there are people all about that anime train. Woo woo. Oops. I think I messed up. Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Ooh. Well, we do get about 70 more shield. Plus 2 recharge rate. Nah, that delay is awful. I can't do that. So the other one is a little stronger, but it is a fires you cast fast as you can, only fires one single bullet, so we're just gonna roll with the shotty we have for now. I did see that. I do think that that is an absolute great way to start the season.
Buy from me if you want.
Like, I really don't think... Oh!
Be careful with that.
I don't think they could have picked a stronger way to start the season than with one of the absolute most oldest rivals. Like, that's just, you know, that's just cool.
Be careful out there.
So we did switch our mod now to some health regen, just because we seem a little squishy. Yeah, we're not doing as much melee now, but okay. So in all honesty,
Killer, I'm back in Sanctuary. Be careful.
I'm pretty open about not being a Packer fan.
You want to get a vehicle to soak up some
You
bullets.
got an extra fatal! Listen!
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Shit. And I think my grenades are gone. But Lambo is the historic place to play. So I feel like
If you want to live.
they really did mess up on that.
Try not to die.
And we accidentally sold our good grenades. Oh well. Goodbye, bomb-ass grenades. That sucks. My pride is hurt. My life is over.
My shield!
But just the historicness of Lambo, I think that would have been a little better start.
Quit making me work. I want everything you got. Hell! Oh! You're not. Oh!
Well, I'm glad Thane's not in here, because I know he'd be chewing my ass out right now for selling those grenades. And I didn't mean to, but I did.
I don't know.
Feels bad, man. Maybe. I know they do have a system for setting up the games, so I'm sure whatever they did was quote-unquote right, but I do think that it should have been in Green Bay for sure. I will say though, the Packers did do one thing I think was good for them in the offseason, and that's get rid of Hawk. Gun damage. I think it was time. And that'll open up some cap for him. Sad to see him go. I'm sure for the Packer fans that he didn't retire a Packer, but it is a business. You got to do what's right for you. With him getting up there in age, I think that was a good move for them to just kind of quote unquote cut their losses. You got his good years out of him. That'd be a good idea though. I mean, if you're gonna take an NFL team, in all honesty, you got to take one of the more well-known ones. So, Packers.
You can always trust the gun at your side.
Cowboys.
Don't get killed.
Yeah. See, I think that's a fine game because the Raiders have that.
Huh. Nobody seems to be around. Just drive up and honk your horn. Maybe this won't be so hard after all.
The Raidersness to him, if you will. So.
Yeah, I'm opening the gate.
Oh.
Hold it, idiots! That don't look like one of our technicals. They're here for our hostage. Get them! You ain't getting in the dam that way, Peppermint. The Bloodshots ain't let you in without a truck like hers. Go see your kid out in the dust. She'll hook you up with some skeevy-looking wheels.
This one.
Ellie's way out in Banner Country.
Scooter's such a sweet character.
Careful out there, amigo. I mean it.
And I mean, you also got to look at the Packers too and go, well, they're already close enough. You know what I mean, to Canada. Yeah, the Raiders might be a weird choice, but again, the Raiders are the Raiders. So you have a team with historic lineage.
Finally made it to the dust, huh? You've been off the echo for hours. Thought you might have got brain or something. But you ain't so. Yay. Stuff.
Dude, I forgot there was the flying things. Oh, shiznitties. Okay. Oh, I feel so good to just drive over money now instead of having to collect them, like, actually get out of your vehicle. See, it's small changes like that that they could make to one. That would make one such a better game. Damn, what do I get for blowing those up and not in my tank? Okay, those are only 40 each, so this just gave me like 220, 200. I gotta get out.
Warning, you will...
Oh, I accidentally stepped off the map. Son of a bitch. We're done goofed.
Hyperion says life is for living, and death is for running from at all costs.
Looks like I'm stupid. There we go. Now then. Yeah, they're gonna have all their life back. I also saw that Gronk announced his retirement. I think for him that was a good move with how banged up he was every season.
I should have killed your fat ass when I had the chance!
Sorry, what was that? You gotta speak up! That was awesome. Oh, howdy! I didn't see you there.
I like that. Cowabunga it is. Now, if I remember right, I think smushing a car or smushing yourself was a badass point.
If you ain't dead, I'll keep you that way. Stay alive out there.
That's the place to catch a ride.
Huh.
Oh.
Huh. Huh.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. I'm in the danger zone, man. My buddies kicked me out of their gyro squad, and now they're celebrating with a round of psycho head volleyball. Steal their balls and burn their net.
Well, the good thing is we have fire guns and explosive guns, so we're pretty good on that. Well, what do I gotta do then? 'Cause I know I talked to her. There we go.
Name's Ellie. My brother Scooter told me you was coming. Don't get many visitors around here, especially not one so cute. Trying to rescue your pal Roland from the dam, huh?
I bet you can fool those bloodshots if you drove up in one of their custom trucks. I got one right over yonder that I crushed with the driver still inside.
My bad. Well, I got a vanilla technical in the shop and most of the parts we need. Just gotta doll it up with some more of the bandits' trimmings. Spikes, blood, skulls, that kind of thing. You could probably scavenge that stuff from the bandit patrols around here.
What do we got here? Okay, so we got fire. I swear that feels like it's explosive. It's probably not, though. Now, one of those is a story mission, right? Yeah, so we're gonna do the optimal mission first. Or the optional one.
You'll have to blow up some bandit cars and grab their crap from the wreckage. And don't pay them any mind if they start calling you names. Just makes killing them that much more fun.
So you and my sister are getting along pretty well, huh? That's cool, that's cool. Of course, you make fun of the way she looks, so I have to tie you to a vending machine and set you on fire. But it's cool, you guys are hanging out, it's fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about these tanks. The bad guys' tanks throws the little saws.
Just haul your fine self to my garage if you're needing a car. That's
Clearly
one
deal
part
too
down.
much damage.
We're being robbed! Fire!
It's so weird just because like I know I went through this game. And I mean multiple times. because I love Borderlands stuff. But I really don't remember as much of it as I thought I would. Which is okay, because now it's like a whole new game for us, but weird. You get hit in the head just a little bit, next thing you know, your brain ain't quite as strong as you thought it was. Clearly there's nothing down here for us. Well, that's for us.
Just finished prepping my truck for those bandit parts. Just get a few more and we'll be good to go.
Oh, it's gotta be the cars. See, buzzards don't matter then. Got it. I still can't believe I accidentally stole my grenades.
A few more charred bandits from having a ride that'll fool those bloodshots.
Where does this take us?
You're in the camp? You really are a cowboy. Now snag those volleyballs and get some jet fuel.
Time for squishing! Crunch with teeth!
I wonder why they wanted me to bring a fire weapon for this. And those can't crit. But this can.
I can take it! I'll kill you!
Oh.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
Yeah, I think going with the health regen. Much better than the 23% extra melee damage.
I'm a shot and pound your foe! I've been waiting for this!
Ooh.
Bloody chunks of meat! I've been shot in the face before!
I know we're not necessarily going towards the objective, but this game is all about that looting. Oh, and now that I am level, I think I'm either 16 or 17 on the division. It has been a lot easier. You really have to play that game, especially single player, very defensively. You cannot. I kept running in and gunning. No bueno. You have to sit back. You have to plan your movements out and stuff. Once I did that, I stopped dying. So we've been doing a lot better now. We gained a couple more levels again today. The grind has been real for us. I'm still really surprised at how much I ended up liking the Division for a game that I didn't even have on my radar. Completely blown away at how much content there is. It's not a perfect game, but after coming off the back of Anthem, it sure does make it feel like that game can do no wrong.
Why you here?
Shit. clearly, I highly recommend that game.
It's serious!
In case people couldn't figure that out. But do not play it by yourself. It is not a very fun game to play alone. It is definitely a better with friends game.
Murdering you is feel everything!
That's right. I think the explosive weapons cannot deal crit damage. Like, that's their inherent drawback. Wow, these grenades really blow.
Need.
Like I said, I hope Thane doesn't come back if he's still here. I'm shocked he hasn't made fun of me yet for selling the grenades, because I know he was giving me shite about it earlier. Didn't realize I scooped up different ones. Clearly here, we're gonna shoot down the buzzard just to get the bonus experience. We will waste those shots. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them painted. Do I have like a corrosive weapon maybe? No?
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Well, that kind of sucks because our guns aren't necessarily geared to really deal with the buzzards well, but clearly we will get them down.
Gonna cry, baby.
Okay, I only gotta take down one. Cool beans.
Goodbye.
Damn it. Can we get up? Yeah, okay.
Ghosting.
I can make it.
That extra damage coming out of his shadow is huge like that for us. Am I stupid? I thought it said the ball was like right here. Ah.
Fear the sky! Grabbing that stuff. You don't have time to think about it. If you think, you're dead.
Death from above.
Okay, so 2 of those class mods were for us. Hopefully one is a little more health for Jen. Okay, there's the ball. Or a ball.
I got a bead on you. Come on,
Die in the friendly skies.
Time for squishing! Quit live so much! Mistake! Big goddamn mistake! That helmet ain't going back on! You're just delaying the inevitable!
There we go. Oh.
Stop me!
Let's quickly check what we got for class mods here. Extra sniper rifle damage is actually pretty good. Really? You lose shield for that? That's kind of lame. And just melee damage. No, I think we have to roll with what we have for now. Oh, and we also have a new overlay too on our screen now, where you can click on our Amazon Blacksmith thing down below there, and if you ever buy anything through there, I get a little bit of a percentage back. So if you're ever looking for a new SSD and you go through there, at least for your laptop, it helps me out. So I recommend you do that. And I will say this laptop for us, while not the strongest thing in the world, I think if you're just getting into computer gaming as a whole, I think this laptop has been pretty good for us. I mean, it's allowed us to play games and stream. I really can't complain too much about that. So, oh, come on! Don't move.
Fool.
There we go.
No, not gonna happen. Time to dust them off.
Ooh, our first rocket launcher.
Finding an angle.
I'm not going to worry too much about the chopper right now, just because we don't really have the proper weapons to try to be fighting them. It's just a waste of ammo for us right now. So let's loot what we can. Shoot the things on the ground that we definitely can.
Stealth.
No.
What is next?
Ooh, I was about to say, if they die from the fire off that, we're not getting back up. Ooh, that's a horrible reload. Yeah, we're just gonna put the sniper back on. That is no good for us. I feel like I'm okay with the fire damage that we have for now. It's not super great, but I don't think it's the worst thing. So shameless promotion time. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime every month. I recommend you use it on a small channel, preferably this one. It helps me out, lets you know you're enjoying the content. Helps keep me going, and it also shows that you do or do not like the content. Also, as you can see, we also have our follower goal going, so if you're new here and you like Borderlands, you like Magic, you like Hearthstone, feel free to follow here, because that's our main schedule right now. Is we got Borderlands twice a week, Magic once a week, Hearthstone once a week. The Hearthstone and Magic numbers could definitely fluctuate depending on what comes out of the new sets. We've been kind of bored with the current states of all the TCG style games we play. So don't let this current stream schedule tell you what we do or don't do. It's just sort of a rough guesstimation right now. Where do we mess up? Where do we not get the gas can? Oh, it's probably back here. Okay. This gun, I know it's a legendary, and it's something that people could farm just because it is a rare weapon, but I just feel like it's such a garbage thing to mine for. Like, why would you? I mean, it has good damage for us, but the 2 shots per bullet sort of leaves a lot to be desired right now. Okay, so we can roughly 2-tap. That's not too bad. So now we have to hope that our fire weapon is good enough to light this net. I have a feeling like it's not, just because it doesn't actually shoot explosive. It shoots a dart that lights. So we're gonna see what happens here.
They kicked me out because they thought I was just some chump. But you're gonna show them. You're gonna show them I am dangerous.
Yeah. It doesn't look like this will light it. Does our explosive gun light it? Do our grenades light it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so we do have another fire weapon. Whew. I was about to say, well, this sucks.
That must have buzzed their towers. No more sweaty slow motion volleyball for you jackasses.
Shirtless
I got
man.
the need, the seed. Crap, those are the guys who kicked me out. Blow them
Bow to my weaponry.
away.
Tora, Tora, Tora!
Uh-oh. Aw, and this gun has terrible accuracy. So does that one. And we're not getting up. Son of a bitch. And just a short little reminder here too. This week started our new stream schedule, so we will be off tomorrow.
Hyperion suggests that you do not think about the fact that your current body is
We
only
will be back
digital reconstruction.
Thursday with Hearthstone. But we are definitely off tomorrow.
Your original body, which died the first time you respawned.
We'll probably be
Do
farting
not
around in the
think
Discord though. Probably be playing around on the Twitter and stuff, so you might see us there. But otherwise, probably going to be radio silent tomorrow. Thursday, we're hoping to do the co-stream with the Gearbox. Well, I think they called it their main theater or main stage show or whatever. You know, we've been dying for news. So hopefully this brings us the news we've been dying for.
Badass approach. Oh, your eyes deceive you.
The shirtless dudes are considered badasses.
You all. I move for the kill.
Where's the other shirtless guy? There he is. What do we got here? Oh, we don't really want the sniper on it. Okay.
Fear the sky! Splash those suckers! Yeah! Come on back!
We're just gonna go invisible here to try to get away. At least reposition ourselves here. God, that health regen is so slow. It feels so bad.
Hey y'all, welcome to the new and improved Catch a Ride. Now with 47% more than 26% death annually. That is down from last year. Hold your applause.
And I think this will get us a level.
You can
too.
be my wingman anytime.
Well, in that situation when neither gun is good, you ask yourself, which one nets you the most profit? That's the one you go with.
Get your health and shields right here.
So a really slow recharge rate. Roid damage. Okay. I think for now... Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. That's a much better shield.
Stay alive out there.
So let's see here. So the only mission we have is that one right now, huh? Do we have a fast travel? And we do. So let's go to Sanctuary quick. I feel like I missed a mission or two in there. This game is so much bigger than the last one, which is clearly a good thing.
Who needs a medical license when you got...
Deal shock damage to melee attackers? Nah. See, for me, I like having the quick recharge rate more than anything. The quicker I can get my shield back, the happier of a boy I am.
For capitalism. Lovely. Farewell.
I cannot believe we ripped our grenades. Like, I really fucked up.
Remember, we're always open.
So that turns into 126 per shot. Huge clip. That's fine. Sniper, I think we hang on to the sniper and keep using that just because.
Guns! I got them, you need them.
Well, that's a lot of damage there. The accuracy drops. Nah, it's not worth it.
Beatbox time. Check it.
Check back later to see my new weapon of the day.
And I shall also go talk to that psychotic dude quick as well.
I require nothing from you, other than that you please stay a safe distance away.
Okay, so this will activate another main story mission, I think, for us. Yeah.
Got something new for you. So I kinda inspired a cult, and not the fun ask you for autographs kind. I need you to infiltrate the Children of the Firehawk
And find out if they're planning anything shady. I do it myself, but I'm kind of worried they'd freak out if they saw their god in person. Go talk to the cult's leader, Incinerator Clayton.
What's Zero sneaky suit? Oh, that's just his base one. Well, that's not that hot. Streamlined. Ooh, that's pretty sexy. I guess we haven't used that helmet yet. Sure. Gotta, you know, the looks to me mean more than anything for our character. Gotta look pretty. Gotta feel pretty. Are they both the same level? One is 8 and one is 12. Okay, so we'll do the 12 one or the 8 one first. Get the easy one out of the way right away. Or I guess what should be the easy one. See, I also think too if they remastered one, do that where when you're looking at the fast travel, it shows you where you have missions. Like there's so many little things they could do to clean that game up. And just make it look so much better. And just feel so much better. It is probably just a pipe dream. I'm okay with that. But I would like it.
I am Incinerator Clayton, and you. I witnessed you enter the lair of the Firehawk and return unharmed. If you truly wish to serve our mother, you must pass a test. Use a fire weapon to send my brothers to the eternal flame. Then collect their ashes and return them to me.
Huh. Burning people alive is mildly shady, but these cultists sound like they want it, which is weird. Do what he asks, I guess.
No. So the only fire weapon I have is this dookie thing. So we're gonna hit one of the machines quick. See if they have a dumpy one. Just because that one we have, it doesn't really light or fire right. There's no guns there. Well, I guess we roll with this poopy one then. Why are you still in the house, cat? Go outside. You can go outside, baby boy. Big boy, you. Well, I heard something.
I want everything.
Down below. There we go.
Stealth.
To burn them to death. Could be tricky. You might want to whittle them down with a non-elemental gun, then switch to a fire weapon to finish them off.
Yes, Torch. Bring me more ashes, just like that.
Well, at least the good thing is it doesn't have to just be bandits, because one of them was a nomad, so that's okay, I guess.
You won't.
So I'll melee him.
Give me your damn loot. That's it. Look at all that.
More beautiful than a handful of ashes.
Put your
Nothing.
skullies in
Nothing
your
at all.
just.
There we go.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all.
That is enough, my young Torch. I can feel the Firehawk smiling upon us. Return the ashes to me.
But watching some people play this game on YouTube today was nuts. The ultimate Vault Hunter mode and all that stuff, this game gets really insanely
These
hard.
children now know an ecstasy I can only dream of.
Well, I guess
Thank
we'll just take this so we have a
Return
guaranteed
to me. Unfortunate
deals fire
news,
weapon.
Torch. There are idolaters among us. Children who have betrayed their one true mother, the Firehawk. They follow a heathen demigod known as Scorch. I implore you, destroy this pretender and all those who follow him.
Who cares if they worship somebody else? Look, just play along. Clayton needs to trust you completely. If they've been doing anything that we need to stop, that's the only way you'll hear about it.
Okay. Where's our map? Okay, so I should be able to go this way and loop back around.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Damn it. I'm really starting to believe that our melee does more damage than most of our guns right now. And we don't even have the increased melee on right now, so... Do we have to kill him with fire or just kill him? Just kill him. Okay.
The false idol is no more. I can feel the Firehawk smiling down on us. Can't you, young Torch?
As weird as this cult is, I gotta admit, seeing them kill that false god for me was kind of flattering. Ugh, I'm a bad person.
Ow.
I don't remember what was so special about Vladov. I feel like they had, I think it was good handling. I know the Malian or whatever was elemental damage. I think Jacobs was the most amount of damage. And I forgot which one had the huge clips. One just was like all about the clip size. I think we picked up some loot, so we'll sell some stuff first.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's Portable Clinic. What can I get for you?
We're gonna leave that for now, just because that's easy fire damage. We're also gonna hang on to the extra melee damage, because I'm hoping at some point we won't need the health regen. Just because the health gen kind of feels dirty. Though I did say I feel vulnerable, so maybe I should just roll with that naturally.
These people are weird, but they only seem to hurt themselves and that Scorch guy. Maybe we should just leave them alone.
The enkindling is almost upon us, Torch, but the Firehawk spoke to me in a dream and demanded another sacrifice.
No, I didn't.
The burning of her favorite son, the midget known as Matchstick. You must take him to the soaring dragon in the southern shelf and incinerate him within the jaws of the great mechanical beast who dwells there.
I want to see the flame! I want to be with the Firehawk!
Matchstick is our most devoted brother. He's immolated more than 100 people for the Firehawk.
Wow.
With nothing more than an incendiary pistol and the strength of his belief.
100 people? Okay, that's impressive. I mean, they were probably just other members of the cult, right? Right?
Okay, now let's see on our map where we gotta go, because I know this game has so many twisty-turny paths. And sometimes the one you want is just hidden in plain sight. Oh, it does want me to leave. Okay. It is amazing, though, after spending all those weeks with number 1, how much better 2 looks. 2 is just so much cleaner. It feels so much more fluid.
Present for my
I vanish.
Give it up! Serve some right!
It's almost like 2 was there for Picasso. Something else I've thought about too is after going back and playing 1 and enjoying it a lot, playing 2 and definitely seeing the humor being immediately apparent that when 3 comes out, 3 might feel like a giant letdown. Like you're hyping yourself up, and you hype it up so much that it can't meet your expectations. I'm hoping I don't do that.
Not bad.
Well, wouldn't say good. But we are fighting against a lot of flesh things right now. Hey, it's a bully mon. Get off, boner fart. Here we go. Is it this way? Yeah, I think it is this way.
I enjoyed that.
Ooh. Hey, it's Savage Lee. No way.
Punish me. Such good pain.
He's supposed to be like a secret little mini boss. I don't think he always comes up. Oh well. Yeah, he's one of the farm bosses, I think, that people farm to get one of his items. Shit. Well, he didn't give it to us, that's for sure. I mean, it says we're going the right way, but I'm not convinced I am going the right way. Well, we're about to find out.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike. Fear my skills. Ha!
Man, this pistol actually feels pretty good. At least when we're getting our crit shots in, the damage feels pretty acceptable. I'm not sure tonight if we're gonna go the full 4 hours or not, just because I do have to wake up tomorrow. So we might call tonight's stream, sadly, at the 3-hour mark like we normally would. Ooh, yeah, this night's mode.
Already!
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
God! Hell! I'll make a toad out of you!
I will know what play with.
So I actually, while I still haven't found that SMG I fell in love with, how quickly this one spreads Titans is crazy. After the first, I'd say 3 shots, it's pretty much dead center. That does feel pretty good. All dookie grenades? Alright. Thank you, game.
I'll save your goddamn life.
Well, I guess we can sell our SMG. Because our Fire Ass Beater is better than our Fire Acute SMMGG, so... we are going to hang on to our Sniper for now, just because it does have some... some spicy damage on it. And the fire damage right now is really good, speaking that we are just pretty much... fighting against characters we can do damage to, so that's a good thing. Okay, so we're back on Claptrap's boat, which will take us back to the southern shelf. It is definitely... well, I like our Sniper because it's a burst. So that makes it feel good. It doesn't necessarily mean it is good. But I think for the right now, our weapons feel pretty good. And like I said, I'm really liking the SMG because it just has super deadly accuracy. It's not strong, but that's okay. Sometimes it's more important to actually hit your shots than put a whole bunch of damage downwind. Really? I can't jump that? What the? I'm still waiting for Thane to come back in here and go, what the hell? What happened to your grenades? And me having to tell him the womp womp story that I sold him. Oh, my mistake. It's okay. At some point, the slag grenades are the only grenades that matter. Oh, and next time we play Division, we definitely have to go hit some of the houses up again, like the or the save points or whatever. Save houses, because all those loot chests with the good guns in them keep regenerating. So there was a couple times today where I just turned my game on, went to the Air Force One, got in the ship, in the plane, looted the boxes, left, and rinse repeated because I didn't realize the base boxes keep coming back. So it's a nice way to grind out some fat loot. God, this gun gets so insanely tight, I love it. Now if only my accuracy was just a smidge better. I don't know if this boss comes back or not. I don't think so. I don't think this is one of the grindable bosses. We're about to find out though. If Boom Boom comes back, that's sweet. If not, that's fine.
Not my boom boom!
I think they did.
My boom! No!
That's, yeah. Okay, so then if we can find the other one. Oh, they didn't drop it this time. Okay. At least I don't think they did. Nope. Okay. Damn.
Well.
No, what am I doing? Damn it, I forgot to talk to Crazy Earl. I wanted to get some more backpack space. Son of a bitch. Oh, we done goofed. I mean, I guess I don't have to carry loot. It would just be nice. It would just be nice.
I don't understand.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
Just
That's not the gun I wanted to switch to, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah, this guy still feels too vulnerable. I like him. I've been enjoying Zero, but he is just a little too squishy. Not really having a defensive perk kind of sucks. Or at least I haven't seen it. I mean, we're gonna keep putting points into increasing our health, but like, I think that only does us so much. Not having an actual reducing damage ability feels bad.
I'm loving this instant headache. I can't die.
I almost feel like this gun might be too accurate. You know, I'm so used to having a little bit of a playroom on my accuracy.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
If I remember right, I still gotta keep going up. So that one's technically better. Better burn damage, smaller magazine size. Better accuracy though. Okay. Do we have anything in here that just sells for Duke? That's Duke, that's Duke, that's Duke. Pick that up.
Mine.
Clearly pick that up.
Huh.
Maybe I'll finally get some respect.
I win.
So has the Mythic Championship thing for Magic already started, or is it starting soon? Oh yeah, I felt good. Almost too good. Cause I know I've been kind of keeping an eye on it a little bit just from the random tweets I see, but I haven't necessarily been following it personally. Starts Thursday? Okay.
Get your health and shields right here.
Damn, that shield sucks. Why is it blue? Okay, we're just gonna get rid of that because that actually just sucks.
Try not to die. I'm legally obligated to tell you, I ain't a real
I guess we don't need two fire weapons. We can keep the sniper. We can keep our assault rifle. And that's probably all we have to keep.
Nobody killed my buddies but me. I can take it.
Okay. I am very curious to see how it pans out. I know a lot of people have this very grim picture already painted in their head because it's best of one. And even if it's true, I'm just very curious to see, you know, I guess how they handle it. Because it is a new style for the first time in what would be a long time. I'm very curious to see, you know, does a new name appear victorious? Is it one of the already established pros? I think this is a great opportunity for Magic to have some new names spring up. I'm not, sadly, I don't really think there's going to be any new decks. Or hot take, I guess, if there is a new deck, it's going to end up like Jund Death Whirler, where yeah, you can play it, it's okay, It's not going to be great. But I'm curious to see if anyone has weird land counts in their deck or anything, because I feel like if there is, that clearly shows, you know, the wonkiness to the Arena Shuffler. There's going to be so many things I think learned from this. I'm hoping it's not just something that like blows by. I'm hoping a whole bunch of very interesting things come from it, good or bad. Just because it is something new, I want to see a little bit of some new stuff would greatly be appreciated right now. And that new... There's a box. And the new format that's supposed to be coming out for Arena soon, like... That I'm super excited for. I'm very curious to see what that leads to. How far they go back. How they incorporate the cards into Arena. Or I guess depending back into Arena. Depending on how you want to look at it.
Let me die. You can't handle this.
Oh, I didn't light them. There we go. Between new sets of cards, new video games, new video game announcements and everything, it's a pretty exciting time to kind of like quote-unquote be a nerd right now. There's so many things to kind of keep your ears open for, keep your eyes peeled. It's really cool to me, you know. And then you got, like, for the TV people, you got Game of Thrones coming out again, and coming back, and like there's just so many things to be excited for. It's just a good time, I guess, right now. Ah, damn it.
I will avenge him.
The true world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Where's our sniper at? There it is.
Grenade!
Oh yeah, we're almost out of sniper shots. There we go.
You lucky.
I'm so used to playing Borderlands 1 right now, where we had everything maxed out, that only being able to hold 100 and some odd shots just doesn't feel right.
I disappear. Easy. Fear my skills. I won't be defeated.
It's okay though, having that alt, our little planeswalk thing, invisibility or whatever. That's actually a good little tool for us to get away. It does give us a couple seconds to catch our breath, regen some health. At first I wasn't too big on it. The more I putz with it, the more I've enjoyed it. Ah, new player skin. Yop yop. I think that's just going to be a recoloring though. The only ones that really, I don't want to say really matter, but kind of like the only ones that matter are the new heads. Those personally intrigue me. I know we're taking damage right now, but I don't really feel the... Okay, that actually moved us. I was about to say, I don't feel the pressure, but when we're getting moved, that's when I go, wait a minute. Wow, my grenade didn't hit anything, huh?
Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers.
Which I think means Flint comes back, so we can grind for a better pistol. right, he resists fire because he's a doo-doo head. Yeah. But his buddies don't. Damn it. And they're actually leveled up a little more this time as well. So hopefully, if he does drop his pistol again, we'll get a better variant of his pistol. Well, our damage there was laughably bad.
Where do you go?
No way, dude.
Goodbye.
Now what do we got? Okay, so this time it actually got infinitely weaker than our last one we had. Good job, game. Kudos for the poop loop. Oh, it actually looks like I've gone too far. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's okay that we went too far. Got to get a couple more experience points, got another gun to sell. I suppose it's better than nothing.
You know, if these guys really are just sitting around burning one another for giggles, maybe we don't have to worry about them. That'd be nice.
She is coming! The time is almost at hand! We will be together, Firehawk! Finally, we'll be together!
Get to the incinerator console and give him what he wants, I guess.
I feel your embrace, Firehawk! I love you! I love you so
Bye,
much!
little buddy.
That was kind of weird.
Bye. But just hearing the witty banter that they have in this game compared to 2 is really what sealed it up for me and made me go, okay, 2 is probably a better game. The ridiculousness that happens in this one is pretty good. Oops. Still going the wrong way. Oh, the door closes? She. Is there a quick way for us to get off? Don't kill me. Sure, that works. I still like how there's no fall damage. I mean, yeah, you would have landed and your feet would have been blown out through your head, but no, it's okay. No, it's okay, it's okay. We're just gonna let the racks hit us. They don't hit us for enough anyway. We got the shield, the regen. It's all gravy. Do we have any other missions? Well, I guess we'll do this one next.
Death? Tricky stuff. Did it a couple years back to throw Hyperion off my trail, but apparently some bandit's been spying on me. He's gonna tell Hyperion what he knows, unless you take him out first.
Just because then we can turn these in. Okay. Well, it says there's something to fight. And they're probably just rags. Of course they are. Where are we trying to go for this? Three Horns Divide? I think there's a fast travel unit up here. So we can just roll with that. And was there missions here? I didn't think so. I was about to say, really? We can go touch this U-turn or U-change or whatever machine. Go see what our new skin is that we got. It was a skin, not a head. At least I thought I got a skin. Blue bot. Sure. Actually, that one don't look too bad. Oh, we gotta change the head though. That head just don't look good. God, that one's so gross. I really wish he had better helmets. Sure, we'll just go with the ugly blast shield one. And then this will take us to 3 horns. I don't know if it's going to put us where we need to be, but this will at least get us to 3 horns.
Hope you've had your shots.
Haven't found anything good? My weapon machines will fix that for you.
Why is that gun so crap?
See you soon.
Oh yeah, I have to say you're gonna go outside, huh? You never go outside. You hate the outside. You're afraid of the outside. That's what I thought. Let's say you don't like outside. Where are you going, kid? Wait, what? Well, this probably wasn't right. Nope.
Goodbye.
Okay, so this actually kind of sucks because now we're gonna have a long trek back with no chance for a vehicle anytime soon. I mean, it's okay. I guess we get to mindlessly grind, but you know the grinding is good when you're netting 1 experience point per kill. And I have to go back to Sanctuary. I have to get more loot packs. I don't even care about holding more bullets. But I need extra backpack space so we can keep looting. Our money hasn't been too relevant yet, but we know soon it will be. Eyeballs are itchy. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish this mission.
Buy a gun already.
We'll turn them in. And then I think we will call this stream a good one. I know we said we were going to go 4 hours on these. We did end up going 3 hours yesterday instead of our scheduled 2. Sorry about that, everybody. Had to hash some stuff out with the girlfriend. She's mad at me for being too sexy. She's like, you gotta put your face in the corner or something. So, next stream, extreme face makeover. My cart not go this way. Okay, I was fine. I really have no clue where I'm going now. And we know what happens when we normally hit the, where the hell am I going? Part of our stream. Normally that signifies the end. So we're still gonna try to bang out this mission. I'm gonna figure out exactly where I have to go to get this done. Turn these in Crazy Earl. And then I'm gonna hop off and go jam some Division 2 with a buddy for a little while. So since we're gonna start to wind down here, I want to thank everyone for coming out. You know, I know some people probably ain't too big of a fan that we are doing the Borderlands 2, but these are the streams that are really like for me. I kind of get, I wouldn't say maximum enjoyment out of them, but I do quite enjoy the game. It doesn't feel as much of a grind for me, and I want to try to keep, that's not selfish, but I want to make sure that I remain happy while I'm streaming, because if I'm not enjoying it, probably means I'm not doing it. So, you know, I hope everyone can bear with me for this. I hope people like Borderlands 2. You know, if anything, this is just a sign that when Borderlands 3 comes out, you know, you can pretty much already plan that we will be touching that in some way, shape, or form. Probably pretty early on in the game's life. That game may be the exception to our 3-week rule. Just because of how much we do love the game.
Over there!
Is his name Ball or Boy? Oh, his name is Boy. I wonder if he drops a sweet ass gun. Oh shit.
Move! I can
Just drop something.
Ooh, we dropped a legendary.
Mr. Bull, we at Hyperion are skeptical. The bandit Lilith was confirmed dead after the liberation of New Haven. We will need to listen to your footage before payment can be processed. Leave the echoes in the attached dead drop locations.
Hey, it's Blake
Find
again.
those echoes, killer. If Hyperion finds out I'm alive and working with the Crimson Raiders, it could be New Haven all over again.
Forget the curveball, Ricky. Give him the heater. Let's throw one.
A grenade!
Oh, I bet those actually have to hit them to explode. That's rough. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fair. Especially if the damage on them is so ridiculous.
I like this place. Hyperion shouldn't be able to find you here.
Thanks. I tried to make it very...
Gruesome?
I was gonna say cozy.
Strap charred bandit corpses around the entrance.
Corpses can be cozy. I like our place in New Haven.
Oh, that was a hot headshot.
Yeah, I'm going now.
Damn, looks like we can't repeat the magic on that first shot. I still like how even though we're still picking up new guns, it seems like our affinity for finding nice stuff has slowed down. We haven't really found anything new that's been super useful. We've had the same shotgun, SMG, for a while now. I feel like going this way is probably the smarter move, just because it is closer, I think. What does the map show? So I'm there. And I can't drive that way. Well, let's figure this out. But I can go this way. Okay.
A critical kill. Showers me in
I still
blood
think
and spit.
we
How
get the
enjoyable.
iridium at a quick enough pace that I don't feel like it's too big of a deal. Yeah, it sucks that we can't just upgrade everything at once, but I think prioritizing the backpack space should be considered. Yeah, okay, so the grenade has to hit them. That's insane, though. Almost 10k damage. I think that's worth the gamble. We just got to get really good at chucking grenades. So we need to go down? Damn. That's not gonna hit. I will say to a point that this sort of has, I don't want to call it a problem, sort of the same issue that one had where for new missions, quote unquote new missions, or objectives, they force you to hardcore backtrack.
So what's the emergency?
I liquefied a guy.
Come again?
I was out hunting and I found some of that iridium stuff, and one of those weird worshiper guys sees me, and I chase him down and grab him, and he just...
Liquefied?
It was awesome. I don't know if it's because of the vault opening or being a siren or both, but this iridium stuff is the tits.
You look really pale.
Yeah, I passed out a few times, but this could be huge.
Okay, but why not just send an echo? Why call me out here and increase the risk of Hyperion finding out you're still working with the Crimson Raiders?
Because you... How are you doing?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave now.
Okay.
I'm glad that the game does give you some story from Roland and Lilith's path. I just wish that, not to kind of beat a broken record here, but it would have been in the first game, where it should have been. Sort of expanded that a little more. Teleport to vehicle. Yeah, because this is going to save us, I think, a ton of driving if we do it this way. We just got to make sure to hit our jumps properly. Okay.
Jack just left him for dead in the snow, evidently. The raiders could use the help. We should track them down.
Another vault hunter, huh? I'll see if I can contact him by echo on my way back to Sanctuary.
Good. You can go now.
Well, I'm sorry. I just got here.
I'm a little busy waging a one-woman war on every bandit in the tundra, so you can focus on taking down Jack. But hey, if you want to hang out, I can just give up this Firehawk thing and let the Bloodshots overrun Sanctuary.
No, you're right. Of course.
Are you sure? I could make cocoa. We could talk about boys.
I'll just talk to you once I find the Vault Hunter. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're going to talk to Crazy Earl first. Increase our size of our stuff, our backpack. And then turn these missions in. And then I think we'll call it a night. I think we had a solid little over 3 hour stream now. I know I enjoyed myself. I hope you did. Now we will be off tomorrow night.
Hey, Roland, Handsome Jack here. Remember me? My men kicked your bandit
Okay, we already
asses out
picked
of
that
New
one up.
Haven and killed your little
We
pal
will be
Lily.
back
Ringing any bells? Anyway, I hear
Thursday
you and the rest of your little buddies have relocated to Sanctuary. Just wanted
with
to congratulate
some
ya. You've
Hearthstone
successfully
action.
delayed your death by a few months. I'm gonna be
And I
real
think
busy
that'll
finding
be the
a redeem to
last
charge that vault
time
key I stole from your buddy Tan. If you can hear
we
this,
Hearthstone before
and
the
you're
new
sane enough
set
to
comes out, if I
understand what
remember
I'm
right.
saying, head to Sanctuary. I don't care what Jack has told you or how well defended you think you are. The Hyperion army is coming to wipe
We said we were going to
you
talk to
out.
Crazy Earl first.
If you want to
Don't be
survive,
stupid.
you get a gun, you come to Sanctuary, and you join the Crimson Raiders.
I don't care what you buy, just buy something. This never happened. Good riddance. Don't you come back.
I gotta take this, hold on.
What was I doing again?
I'm happy to say I need not rely on you for help at the moment. Thanks. The less Hyperion knows about me, the better. You didn't, listen to those echoes, right?
And Rachel didn't believe me. My dad just called to let me know he'll pick me up for Disneyland in the morning. At about 9:30. See, I wouldn't lie about that. I know it sounds stupid. Like, why the hell would I go to Disneyland? And you're not wrong.
Hope you've had your shots.
But that's where his family is, so it makes sense. Besides, they have little kids. Oh, one more shameless plug before we shut it off. If you enjoy us here, any little tips, super awesome. Follow the channel if you're new. Lets us know you like the content. Any new subscriptions, always greatly appreciated. Also shows that you like what we're doing.
Time for the enkindling, young torch.
And I don't think I have any other shameless plugs. I mean, I do, but I don't feel like there's a point to go over them right now. So, with that said and out of the way, I think we're going to call this stream here. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed yourself, as always, with Borderlands. I know I did. I hope to see you for Friday night's Borderlands stream. And if you're into Hearthstone, we'll be doing that Thursday. I don't think I have any other boring stuff to tell you. So, peace.